I think there was maybe $6,000 in the account, and it was gone very quickly. And you know, the Lord is so real because he had gifted me with a phone call that we had literally gotten a phone call for our first commercial move that they called me at 7 a.m. I'll never forget it. And I had went that day, that morning, and I had booked my first six-figure moving job ever.
Wow.
When you think of moving, most people think, two guys, this, that, and like a whole facet of this business that I never understood was possible was the commercial side, was the long distance moving side of this. And I had went to this, business, and I had booked my first six figures. And I remember, clocking out the hours and the time it was going to take. And I looked at the guys, I said, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I think this is $100,000 job. And they're like, there's quiet for about 30, 45 seconds. And they're like, I agree with you. Let's do it. And I'll never forget because, I had prayed for like something to come in and like, happen to like keep us afloat because there was a, and I don't mean to get emotional because this was such a crazy thing in my life. Um, and we had, I think, 15 or 20 guys at the time who we were in charge of their incomes. And I was worried we weren't going to be able to keep it. You know what I mean? So this job like kept us afloat, for lack of better words. And most importantly, it was the money, excuse me, it was the money that we were able to pay for this buyout so we could stay afloat and to handle everything the right way. So we could take care of my, you know, past business partner and set him up for success and he could go about his way. Not only did it pay for that, but it kept our guys employed. Because at the end of the day, it's like it's not all about you, it's about the people who God gives you to take care of their families, right? And when I finally like looked outside of myself, that's when the blessings started to come. And that one job ended up going from $100,000 to we ended up billing them for $202,000. And the crazy thing was it was an 8-day job. So when you factor in like that money of like what you made over 8 days, right? And our profit range on that job was probably 85%, which is
Wow.
insane, right? So when I tell you like the Lord is so real, like he saw everything that was going on, he gifted our company to stay afloat. And just from that point forward, we were able to I bought another dually, so I was able to operate with one truck, one trailer. And then I kind of slowly built up there, you know what I mean? Where, you know, we would get jobs, we'd figure out equipment, all the things, and then eventually we just worked our way up to having a couple box trucks. And now from that position we were in to the start of year 7, we have the most amazing team that I could ever like. I'm so blessed. Like I'm not me without my team, and we've been able to not only like grow and scale to where our movers are making anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 a week.
That's
Like
awesome.
we pay our guys so incredibly well, and like that's why we've been able to keep our guys. And for some of y'all listening, like if you're ever questioning yourself on whether or not you should pay your team more, you should always look to invest into your team because the time it takes to replace talent is far greater than it is to just like have a sit down conversation with your guys. Like, hey, what do I need to make your life better? How can I help you? And it's not even about work, but when you actually care about their life, you're then in return going to get more out of them in your business.
Yeah.
And